PTE Help Test 8. Describe image. Sample 86 response from PTE Help. This bar chart illustrates the corporate income tax rates in the financial year 2012 in Japan, US, France, Italy, Germany, UK and Canada. The most remarkable point is that Canada's corporate tax rates have been mentioned prior to its budget 2006, as well as in 2012. In the first glance, it can be observed that the tax rates of Japan and United Kingdom were approximately 40%. In France, it was slightly less than 35%, but more than Italy, Germany and UK. In Canada, the tax rates were dropped from 34% to 26% in the 6 years.
PTE Help Test 8. Describe image 2. Sample response from PTE Help. This bar chart illustrates the percentage of disposable income spent on food at home by the natives of United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Netherlands, Mexico, India and Philippines. The most remarkable point is that Philippines remained at the first position, where the percentage of disposable income on food was 52.9%, followed by India with 48.4%. It can be observed that US had only 6.4% of disposable income spent on meals, being the lowest, and followed by UK, Canada and Netherlands. Mexico was rated around 24%.
PTE Help Test 8. Describe image 3. Sample response from PTE Help. This process represents the flow of electrons around the outer circuit. It can be observed that the positive and negative electrodes are separated by the chemical electrolyte. When you connect the battery to a lamp and switch on, the chemical reactions start happening. One of the reactions generates positive ions, shown here as big yellow blobs, and electrons, shown as smaller brown blobs, at the negative electrode. The positive ions flow into the electrolyte, while the electrons flow around the outside circuit, depicted with a blue line, to the positive electrode, and finally, make the lamp light up on the way.
PTE Help Test 8. Describe image 4. Sample response from PTE Help. This line chart illustrates the newspaper advertising revenue adjusted for inflation from 1950 to 2002. The income has been depicted in terms of dollars. In 1950, the advertising revenue of the print media in 1950 was $20,000. Afterwards, it started increasing significantly, doubling in 1970. After a sharp propagation in revenue, it scaled its peak point in the year 2000, around $60,000. The online sources began earning revenue in 2000, with a drop in the following years.
PTE Help Test 8. Describe image 5. Sample response from PTE Help. This world map depicts the consumption of alcohol in various nations. In the first glance, it has been observed that the maximum amount of alcohol is consumed in UK and Greenland, with more than 13 liters per capita. Alcohol is least consumed in India and Pakistan surprisingly, whereas it is moderately consumed in Canada and South America.
PTE Help Test 8. Describe image 6. Sample response from PTE Help. This bilinear chart depicts the comparison of units sold versus the profit earned. At the first glance, it has been observed that in February 2016, 120 numbers of units were sold, doubling in the March. It plummeted in the following month, but again regained its upward trend, peaking at 155 units in August. On the other hand, from February till August 2016, the profit earned by the state showed multiple fluctuations, finally reaching at the peak in September at $34,000. Overall, the sales and profits went side by side.